So busy welcoming and greeting that I didn't realize what time it is. Let's get ready to go on Facebook here. Just enjoying saying hello to everyone. Very good. Shabbat, synagogue. Minute. Let's get prayers tonight. Okay, here we go. Page. All right. So welcome everybody. I want to say Shabbat Shalom again to everyone. Let me make sure I got everyone. Bill, it's nice to have you. Devin, Evelyn, all right, very nice. Let's see, Leon, so nice to have you, Leon. Got Marcy and Michelle, good. Mimi, Neil, Phyllis, always nice to have you, Phyllis. And Rita, and Marlene, great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started by doing some singing. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Ine matovo manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Ine matovo manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
I have no sound.
Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad, hine ma tov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Well, Shabbat Shalom to one and all. Very, very grateful and happy to have everyone here to celebrate Shabbos. You know, you have given yourself a gift, and the gift is a pause. You've given yourself a pause tonight to be able to welcome in the most holy day that we have in our calendar year, Shabbos. So let's bring in this beautiful holiday by lighting our Shabbos candles. And I'd like to ask Marlene and Stephanie, would you please lead us?
Source of mercy, continue your loving care for us and our loved ones. Give us strength to walk in your presence and on the paths of the righteous, loyal to your Torah, steadfast in goodness. Keep far from us all shame and anger. Fill us with peace and joy. O God, fountain of life, by your light do we see light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbos. Blessed is our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with the mitzvah and commands us to kindle the lights of Sabbath. May God bless us with Shabbat joy, May God bless us with Shabbat holiness, and may God bless us with Shabbat peace. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, mitzivanu להדליקנה של Shabbat. Amen. And Frank, please lead us in our Kiddush.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all work of creation that God had done. Barak atah Elonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Blessed art thou, our God, sovereign of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine.
Amen. L'chaim. So nice. I never get tired of reminding myself that because our liturgy is in a certain order, the same prayers over and over and over again. It's so important. We're commanded to make the prayer new, to sing a new song unto God. This beautiful rendition written by good friend Julie Silver. Let's begin. Let's sing together. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Melissa, please, your beautiful reading.
Thank you, Stephanie. Rabbi Stephanie, I just can't really see all of it.
Would you like me to?
You shall be holy, for I, the eternal your God, am holy. Leviticus 19:1-2. What does it mean to be holy? Humans are created b'tselem Elohim, in God's image. We are born innocent, with our souls only having knowledge of divine love. As we grow, we form a relationship with ourself and with others. We develop our sense of identity through our interactions with the world and the people around us. We make choices using our God-given gift of free will. God gives us the ability to learn and to grow, to falter and pick ourselves back up. Life may challenge us. We may at times feel disconnected from our true selves or even question who we are and our true purpose in life. The reality is, God is always there for us, a loving parent, ready to guide us back to our authentic, true identity and to help us to fulfill our highest purpose. We are holy beings with limitless potential. We are unique and special, deserving of giving and receiving love. We are divinely crafted spiritual beings having a human experience, perfectly imperfect.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's continue now with our Chatzi Kaddish. Melissa, would you like to lead us?
Yiskadal v'yiskada shemei rabba B'alma divrach yerusei B'yamlich machusei B'chayechon v'yomechon Uv'chayei zechol beis Yisrael Ba'agala Ba'agala Uv'yizman kariv B'meru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Omei Amaya Yisbarach Yisbarach V'yishtabach V'yisvar V'yisramam V'yisnaseh V'yishadar V'yishaleh V'yishalah Shemei Dekudet Shabrichu Leila Min Kol Berchasa V'shirasa Tush b'chasa v'nechemasa Tamiran b'yama v'yimeru. Amen.
Let me hear your loving kindness in the morning. Let me taste your goodwill in the evening. For I trust in you. I trust you with all that I am. I trust you when I awake and when I lie down. Teach me the way in which I should walk. I cannot walk alone without your help, without your hands. For to you I lift my soul. I give my heart. I give my soul. I give my life to you, to the one who has saved me time and again. Let me hear your loving kindness in the morning, for I trust in you. Teach me the way in which I should walk, for to you I lift up my soul. Beautiful poem based on the Psalms. And this week we mark the first week of the counting of the Omer. We'll talk about it a little bit more later. This week is dedicated to loving kindness. So we will see some readings that might reflect that during our service. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam V'ed Le'olam V'ed May I have a reader here, please?
Rabbi Akiva taught, love your neighbor as yourself, Leviticus 19:18. This is the most important rule in the Torah. Jerusalem Talmud Nedarim 30b. Without love, it's impossible to treat others as they deserve. Each person is likened to an entire world in Judaism. Remembering this helps us to see the value in each and every person we come across and can help us remember the key Torah commandment to be kind.
To be kind indeed. And as we enter into our Shema prayer, let's remember that each of us is created B'Tselem Elohim, in God's image. Each of us having a part of God within our hearts, within our souls. That oneness of God links all of us to humanity. And this is all the more reason why our kindness is so important. Let's join together with our Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Avad. A reader, please.
Love God with your mind. Stay curious, open to questions, marvel at the wonder for what is. Love God with your heart. Stay alive to suffering and joy. Yearn for the world that could be. Love God with your strength. Open your hands and give. Work for the sake of what ought to be.
The sea split and the waters stood like great walls while Israel escaped to freedom on the distant shore. Awesome, but not for everyone. Two people, Ruvain and Shimon, hurried along among the crowd, crossing through the sea. They never once looked up. They noticed only the ground under their feet was still a little muddy, like a beach at low tide. Yach, said Ruvain, there's mud all over this place. Blech, said Shimon, I have mud all over my feet. This is terrible, answered Ruvain. When we were slaves in Egypt, we had to make bricks out of mud, just like this. Yeah, said Shimon, there's no difference between being a slave in Egypt and being free here. And so it went. Reuven and Shimon whining and complaining all the way to freedom. For them, there was no miracle, only mud. Their eyes were closed. They might as well have been asleep. This beautiful reading by Rabbi Lawrence Kushner reminds us that we walk sightless among miracles all throughout the day. We don't necessarily receive burning bushes, but there are miracles that are about in every moment of life. We only need to open our eyes. We continue with our song of freedom, the song that the children of Israel sang as they walked through the sea on dry ground and reached the other side. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot o seifele, nora tehilot o seifele. Malchutacha ra'u vanecha, boker yam lifnei Moshe, zeili anu ve'ameru. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. A reader, please.
Each one of us carries a divine spark within. When these sparks come together, be they 2 sparks in marriage or many more sparks in community, there is that much more godliness in the world. Bigotry prevents the sparks from uniting and from joining with other sparks. Bigotry and hatred keep people in their shells, afraid. Bigotry is the absence of justice. So pursuing justice means dealing with bigotry head on. Continue. It means educating others about the diversity and beauty of God's creation. It means not being afraid of ourselves. It means letting our sparks shine as bright as they can. For where there is light, there is hope, and justice penetrates the dark. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. Praised are you, our God, ruler of the universe, who has made all of us in your image as amazing, awesome, and wonderful creations.
Amen to that. We are indeed blessed. This human mind alone of ours, it said we don't even use 10% of its capacity. How much ability we have that we haven't even tapped into. Yet another miracle that we live with day to day and sometimes take for granted. As we enter into this tefillah prayer, this prayer where we get to talk to God ourselves one-on-one, let's remember the wonderful creations that God has made. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Melissa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, גומר חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
And although you're on mute, read this with me, please. Some of us might not realize that today is in fact Earth Day. I believe every day should be Earth Day. But this is a day that, I'm not sure who started it, but it's a day when we should pay extra special attention and talk about ways that we can sustain the earth. Take care of Mother Earth, Father Sky, the waters, everything that we take advantage of so often. Let's read this prayer together. Master of the universe, in whose hand is the breath of all life and soul of every person, grant us the gift of Shabbat, a day of rest from all our labors. With all our senses, may we perceive the glory of your works. Fill us with your goodness that we may attest to your great deeds. Strengthen us to become your faithful partners, preserving the world for the sake of future generations. May it be your will, Adonai, our God, and God of our ancestors, to renew your blessing for the world in our day, as you have done from the beginning of time. I think we can all say, Amen. As we enter into our silent meditation, each of us, let's take a moment to maybe list the small miracles we have in our lives every day. Perhaps we could start with the way our lungs breathe without our help. Perhaps we could start with how our eyes blink to keep our eyelids blink to keep our eyes moist so they don't dry out. These are just little things that we take for granted. Let's pause this moment and think of all the ways we are so blessed. A few moments in silence. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu Malach Adon Lechulcha Shalom. Ki ata hu Malach Adon Lechulcha Shalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amacha Yisrael b'chulei tuverusha b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Let's go to gallery view. And I just want to chat with you for a moment. Say hello to some more people I didn't get to say hi to. I want to say hi to Marla. It's super nice to see you. And Bailey. Let's see, Brooke. Very, very nice to see you, Brooke, and your dear doll with you there. Very, very nice. Debbie, always. See, I want to make sure I said hello, Connie. I see Connie. Wonderful. I want to share with you some thoughts I had. I know we're ending Passover. I put it out in the email. I'm not sure if everybody saw it. If you did, please forgive me. But I want to share with you my thoughts on DWD. In police terms, that means driving while drinking. But I took a little poetic justice there, and I said driving while daydreaming. So let me share it with you now. There are really only two reasons why one would not slow their fast pace to pull over to the right and let the blinking loud and large ambulance pass. We either aren't aware of it, driving while daydreaming, or we are in too much of a hurry to let the seriously harmed person with the blinking speed ship get to its prescribed destination. Both of these reasons are disconcerting. If you have ever had a loved one in an ambulance, you know what I mean. It is the most horrifying moment, filled with dread of death and the heart-shattering awareness of emotional pain that is unbearable. This author has had 2 children in an ambulance, and both times the engulfing fear was so deep within my being that even the hardest cry couldn't touch it. It is for this reason, when I hear the deafening alarm of an ambulance, that I expeditiously search rear and side mirrors, twist and turn behind my steering wheel to quickly spot the lights in order to move out of its way. The green light, it's a green light. My cognitive mind urges me to continue traveling. But in Freudian terms, something is brought forth from my unconscious mind. The dam holding back the reservoir of feelings from my past causes me to stop and quietly utter a prayer for the poor soul who is being transported and his or her family. For a few seconds, traffic ignores the neatly dotted lines in the asphalt and makes way for the fast approaching rescue vehicle. Traffic parts. So maybe that's the link between Passover and this writing. Waters part, traffic parts. At first glance, yes, but let's go deeper. Passover is a 7-day festival for those in Israel and 8 days for those of us in the diaspora. We kick it off with Passover seders and follow by reminding ourselves that God freed us from slavery by eating matzah for 7 or 8 days, depending on our tradition. Why do we need all that time to be reminded? Couldn't we just proclaim we were slaves, now we're free during the Seder, and then move on? The answer is clearly no. However, we are programmed to move on, carry on, not to linger too long, just like our impulse to keep driving. We aren't used to pausing for an extended period of time to become mindfully conscious. We go through life, driving while daydreaming, accomplishing everyday tasks on autopilot. Passover, however, causes us to initiate a long pause. Of course, there is the brutal reminder of physical slavery, a life where one does his or her best just to survive the day. Many of us align ourselves. A bitter awareness we can conjure in mere moments, but during the days of Passover, we are called to uncover the more elusive causes of our slavery and cultivate an inner freedom. So many of us live as a slave to the norms or to the societal groups we wish to adjust ourselves. Many of us align ourselves with expectations of family, following a group-minded blueprint, which we follow with little or no inner contemplation as to what our authentic truth is. This Passover, and in the days to come, we can stop, pull our proverbial selves off the racetrack of life, and ask ourselves a few questions, maybe 4. Why have I become enslaved to the expectations of others? Why am I enslaved to marketing exploits, flooding my mind, thinking that if I own a certain product, I will be happy? Does the societal group I belong to represent the ideals and moral compass I wish to embrace? And do I wait for an emergency to slow down enough to appreciate and dedicate time, energy, and love to the people I most care about? A daunting interlude, a contemplation that we would rather steer clear of, most likely, but one we would do well to recognize. Like searching for the afikomen, let's search with acute awareness the ways we have allowed ourselves to become captive. We have been given awe-inspiring imagery of Passover to recall with gratitude our freedom from slavery in Egypt. Let's, each of us, find our inner Egypt and part the way for an inner freedom that will truly bring us peace and freedom. Shabbat Shalom. We will continue now with our Mishaberach prayer. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu. God and God of our fathers and mothers, please, please hear our prayers for Refuah Shlema, for Lee Rautenberg, Hudson Dahm, Nicholas Francis and family, Adele Cohen, Amanda and Rob Landa, the family of Jordan Cronin, Susie Golda, Ellen Korn, Mark Tischler, Arnie Marks, Richard Harris, Joe Berger, Abraham Ben Moshe, Sivia Rossi Bat Natan Vigitl, Linda Horowitz, the family of Bobby Grossman, Megan Binnenstock, Wanda Schneider, Gloria Honigbaum, family of Jacob Buttsy, Sherry McGlynn, Yocheved Bat Yochana, the family of Christine Sloan, Shlomo ben Avraham Vasara, Tova Horowitz, Leah Golda Bat Moshe Lepa, Halevi Vifromo, all of those affected by war, mass shootings, killings, and hate crimes. The families who have suffered natural disasters and those still affected by COVID-19. Is there anyone who would like to add a name for healing?
Jennifer
Betsy.
Jerome.
Betsy Bueno.
Joey Ryman.
Marissa Halilovich,
Shelley
Susie.
Anderson.
Susie Rubin,
Larry Nagel.
Myrna Goldman and Lisa Rando.
Diane Arnold Sonnaband and Carol Geddes.
Holly Jones, Elizabeth Roche, and Chris Klein-Dents.
Cy Ander.
Let's all join together in our Mishberach prayer. Mishberach Avoteinu Mikol habracha leavoteinu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach Imoteinu Mikol habracha leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And Melissa, would you lead us please in Aleinu?
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורר עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Well, I want to thank Melissa for adding her beautiful poem and beautiful voice to the service. And I want to welcome everybody once again to our Shabbat. Just a couple announcements. Change the date for the Israel trip, July 19th to July 30th, 2023. I know a lot of us have been in touch. Please, if you have any interest at all, please contact me. We want to make that a reality for everyone. Next week, we are going to celebrate Cyber Synagogue's 2nd anniversary. Very, very, very exciting. It's going to be mostly music. We're going to just have a musical extravaganza and sing and have fun. So come and celebrate with us. Please invite your friends and family. Let's not forget about Ukraine. I think it's week 6 going into week 7. Oh no, week 8. Oh, forgive me. The news is getting jarbled in my mind. It's a while now, and we have a propensity to forget. Let's please remember, even if you can send just $5, anything we can do will help. And we will continue now our service with our Yizkor prayers. 4 times a year on Yom Kippur and the festivals, Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret, and Pesach, Shavuot, we recite our Yizkor prayers. What an incredible aid to grieving our tradition has. We're called to pause. We're called to recall. We're called to think and feel and to go through the emotion that is so difficult for us. God is my shepherd, I shall not want. God maketh me to lie down in green pastures, and leadeth me beside the still waters. God restoreth my soul, and guideth me in straight paths for your name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of God forever. Esanai el hacharim me'ayin yavo ezri. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? My help comes from the eternal maker of heaven and earth. God will not allow your foot to slip. Your guardian does not slumber. Behold, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. The eternal is your keeper. The eternal is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The eternal will guard you from all evil. God will protect your being. The eternal will guard you, your coming and going, from this time forth and forever. Mhm. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we love. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We remember. Yesh Kochavim, beautiful poem written by Chana Senesh. May her memory always be for blessing. These things I know, how the living go on living, and how the dead go on living with them, so that in a forest, even a dead tree casts a shadow, and the leaves fall one by one, and the branches break in the wind, the bark peels off slowly, and the trunk cracks. And the rain seeps through the cracks, the trunk falls to the ground, and the moss covers it. And in the spring, the rabbits find it and build their nest inside the dead tree, so that nothing is wasted in nature or in love. Members of our Cyber Synagogue family, who we have lost since last Passover: Gertrude Turetsky, Eileen Martin, Ron Swartz, Philip Jolson, Barry Glick, Jordan Cronin, Howard Weiner, Stanley Packman, Barbara Green, Selma Aronson, Seymour Ander, Barbara Gaynor, Lance Mitchell Bellistock. Please, even though you're on mute, read this beautiful poem with me. The rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of the autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Tonight, we mourn the loss of all those who have died of COVID-19, all those who have died of mass shootings, hate crimes, war, terrorism, and natural disasters. Is there anyone observing Shiva tonight? Shiva for Lance Mitchell Bellistock. Shiloshim for Seymour Ander and Barbara Gaynor. Yard sites at this time for Sally Miller, Leonard Aronson, Albert Frimm, Bella Hirsch, and Norman Honigbaum. Is there anyone observing Shiloshim or yard site?
Private Jerome Gottlieb.
We remember always the 6 million who died in the Shoah. And let's continue now with our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei tekol Beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam olamei omaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, ואמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עשה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world. And we say, amen. As we mentioned earlier, this is the time of the year where we begin to count the Omer from the second night of Passover. And this week we are dedicated to Chesed. The first week of the Omer is the week of Chesed, loving kindness. It is all about love, love, and more love as the basis for goodness in the world. We are loved by unending grace available to us at all times. May we be washed by this loving connection, and may it shine through us in our own living and loving. We say our blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has sanctified us with commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Hayom shiv'a yamim, shehem shavua echad la'omer. Today is 7 days, which is 1 week of the Omer. Let's read together for the choir master a song with instrumental music. May God be gracious to us and bless us. May God's countenance shine upon us forever, that your way be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. The nations will extol you, O God. All the nations will extol you. The nations will rejoice and sing for joy, for you will judge the peoples justly and guide the nations on earth forever. The peoples will extol you, O God. All the peoples will extol you, for the earth will have yielded its produce, and God, our God, will bless us. God will bless us, and all from the farthest corners of the earth will stand in awe. Amen. And let's conclude our service with the singing of Yom Zel Yisrael. And please stay after the service for some socializing where we can all catch up with one another and just spend some nice moments together. Yom Zel Yisrael Ora B'Simcha, Shabbat Menucha, Yom Zel Yisrael Ora B'Simcha, Shabbat Menucha, la la la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, God of our fathers and mothers, God, thank you. Thank you for giving us this pause. You know, we need a pause button. We need a pause button in our lives. A button we remember to push when there are moments that are deserving of linger. God, we pray that in those moments we recognize the miracles you have blessed us with and how truly blessed we are. We are blessed in that we have come. May we be blessed as we go out from this gathering of God. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Wow. So beautiful to see everyone. I just want to make sure I got to say hi to Linda. Didn't see you before, Jennifer. Wow. Oh gosh, Kelly, hi Kelly. Irene, great. Connie, now I see you. Wonderful. God bless. Susie, I see Susie Coleman. Heather, I see Chef Heather. People here paying attention and giving cause for their loved ones. Very, very, very beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Who
you.
had, of course, of course. How are your children, Susie? They're holding up okay?
All back at college, school.
Go all back to college. Okay,
Yeah.
Susie had a full house last week. Unfortunately, she just lost her mom. So our deepest condolences to you,
Thank
Susie.
you. Thank you.
Anyone have something they'd like to share with us?
I have to type it.
Okay, not a worry, not a worry. Okay, yes, Devin is just sharing that she has some neighbors from Ukraine. And yes, our thoughts and our prayers are with Ukraine, no doubt. I think everything that needs to be said has been said. We just hope that, I don't know if I should even
Just
get
thought
started.
it was interesting. I didn't know that for a while. I just thought it was an interesting fact.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Who else? Who else has something they'd like to share with us? Anybody? Anybody?
Shabbat,
Bob.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Judy.
That's all I want to share. I have to go. I love you
Okay.
all. Shabbat Shalom.
We love you too, Judy. Shabbat
Thank
Shalom.
you. Yes.
Bob.
Can't tell you how much Mimi and I love your services. They get better every week. And Melissa, you're fantastic. Appreciated your additions, and everything is just great. And every week it's different. Just, we're so glad we found you.
Oh, you guys are dears. Sending love to both of you. You're beautiful. Oh my. Oh my. So who else? Who else has something they'd like to share? Anybody? Now I want to share that my daughter Gabby and her, I always say her serious boyfriend, because I know there's a proposal coming. I just don't know when. So my daughter Gabby and her serious boyfriend Eric closed on some property this week. They closed on property in Loxahatchee, which is way out west and slightly north of West Palm. I took a drive up there. It took me about an hour to get there and walk their property, and they're clearing it of some non-native trees. So it's just very, very exciting. They also have a contractor. They're going to build a house. So just very, I told Gabby she is a constant source of nachas, just constant. So it's, I know if you're a mom or a dad or a parent, you understand what I'm saying very, very clearly. Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah. Who else? Anybody? Everybody's quiet.
I just wanted to report I made a batch of matzo ball soup last night using my family's passed down through the generations recipe. And I used chicken fat and matzo meal that I ordered from Amazon. So it's a nice blending of the generations with the old and the new.
Wow, Leon, who knew you could get schmaltz on Amazon, right?
Well, it was the only place where I live. It's not very readily available. So it was the only place I could find it. So it worked out well.
Good thinking. Very resourceful. And love to Susie, Leon. Love to Susie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. Maybe we could set up a Zoom, Leon. You know, you, me, and Susie one day. I could sing for her.
No, that would be lovely. We could
Yeah,
we could FaceTime.
Let's set that up, okay?
Okay, I love it. I think she would love that. Thank you.
I would too. Who else? Who else? Anybody? Oh, so quiet, so quiet.
I'll share. Frank and I
Please.
we're really lucky to have Frank's daughter Marlene joining us for Pesach this year. And it's been a real learning curve for her. And she's really enjoyed all the matzah. She's first time and she's doing well with it. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful week, and we're lucky to have her for next week too.
Oh, wow. Marlene, it's really nice to see you. Yeah, it was just great. So happy to see you. Wonderful, wonderful. I just have 2 words, matzah and Metamucil. Those two, they go together. Very, very good. Who else? Who else?
Linda and I spent Pesach. We had one Seder at Seth's in New Jersey, and then went to Francie in the Philadelphia area and had a Seder there. So it was really lovely.
That's so great. You know, I thought about you guys and I was so happy that you were all together, and God bless you. I know we had yard site for your grandmother, Jay. So really just saying blessings for all of you, the whole family.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Of course, of course, of course. All right. Well, I had a beautiful Passover. Monday night, I was working for the Seder. So Bernadette, my Gabby's other mom, and me and her serious boyfriend, Eric, had a Passover Seder at Bernie's house. It was wonderful. And it was catered by Chef Heather. And one dish was more delicious than the next. It was just, I mean, the brisket was like butter. It was so good. It was so good. So yeah, delicious, delicious, and super fun. Had a wonderful time. So, and Marlene, where are you, Marlene? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, you're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute. Can't hear you. Can't. Okay. She's talking away and we can't. Okay. I don't think she can hear me, but well, we love you, Marlene. We can't hear you though. You're on mute. Everything you said, we can't hear. Okay. Nope, nope. You pressed it again.
Mute.
There you go.
Okay. There you go. Anyway, I apologize. I had an appointment that I didn't realize I had. So I saw most of the service and then ran to the appointment. But I just want to say how much I've missed being with you all. And even when I'm not on, I'm on. So, but thank you. And we've had the opportunity for a beautiful B'nai Mitzvah with my grandson. And it was wonderful. And he did himself proud and everybody else. So it's all good. No
Mazel
complaints.
tov, Marlene. What is your grandson's name?
Eli.
Eli, wonderful. Mazel tov to you
Thank
and the
you.
entire family.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So, yeah, no, it went beautifully. And, you know, my daughter-in-law is just doing this hook, line, and sinker. She's just grasped it all and loving it all and teaching the kids so much. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Sure.
So,
of course.
anyway, and Seder's went well. How about you? I heard yours were too. And
Oh, great. Just great.
well, we were a little bit scattered because we had a little bit of COVID in the mix. So we were in 4 different locations, but it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's one of the blessings of COVID is we've learned how to connect with one another, you know, through video, through Zoom,
Exactly.
through FaceTime. It's been really, I mean, that has been a blessing. It really, really has. And
Oh,
thank God
well,
for it, you know.
because what it's done, it's let people do what they always were doing and couldn't, but it's allowed so many people to do so much more than they ever would have. So
That's right. That's right.
the blessing. And it's connected us, you know, literally coast to coast.
That's
and
right.
North
That's
and
right.
south. And I think it's been very good for, I think it's been good for the Jews. What can I say?
There you go. Listen, I want to just remind everybody before we say goodbye to please contact me if you're interested at all in the Israel trip. If you have just a little bit of an interest, but you think, oh, I don't know if I can swing it, please get through to me, okay? Write me an email, text me, call me, whatever it is. want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. I'm calling it this trip, the Blessings of Israel. It's going to be a very, very special itinerary, very, very special trip. So I'll look forward to hearing from everyone. I want to just wish everybody a beautiful, beautiful Shabbos. I hope you have shalom in your Shabbat. And I
Amen.
hope, amen, amen. And I hope to be in touch with all of you. Please join us next week for our wonderful 2nd year anniversary celebration. And, you know, I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm doing a Yom HaShoah service at one of the independent living facilities that I serve. So I'm thinking perhaps I'll put that on Zoom, you know, maybe somebody would want to. It's an odd time. It's at 3:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, but that is Yom HaShoah. So perhaps I'll Zoom it. I'm just thinking out loud here. So look out for the link if that's something you'd like to do, or maybe you can catch it later on Facebook or YouTube. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. God bless again. Love to
Good
everyone.
Shabbos, good Yontif.
Good
Thank you.
Shabbos. Good
Shabbat
Yom Tov.
shalom.
Love to
Shabbat
everybody.
Shalom.
Love you
Shabbat
guys.
shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.